housewife. So we meet Brittany with an I, friend of, and I don't know. I think that she is trying a little too hard first impression. And now we have Heather who makes a comment that, now that I'm skinny, girl, you lost it on Ozempic. We all know this. Now, modern medicine, she says, I say Ozempic. By the way, and this isn't a sales pitch, Row.co. Everyone's like, was there an ad in Patreon? Let me tell you something. How many of you listen to the main show? All the other days a week. So basically an ad is an actual ad. This isn't an ad. This is a real row.co/velvet. Slip into my DMs. Anyone that wants to go on this journey, I owe everything to row.co/velvet. That is how I lost my 40 pounds. I know I've put a lot of you on it. And now it's like it was an independent nurse. Now it's part of a corporation. Everything's part of a corporation. So slip into my DMs, row.co/velvet. It's not just like stick yourself with a needle. There's dosing and you need help along the way. But I love that she says that Mary, now that she's thin and from modern medicine, she's not inbred anymore and Mary likes her. Well, now we have a new Bronwyn. I'm still adjusting to the fact. I mean, I love the other Bronwyn. We have someone coming on our podcast on Monday who is from the OC, and she doesn't really like Bronwyn. And I stuck up for Bronwyn during our chat, but I don't know if I stuck up enough. Like, Bronwyn's a friend of mine, so I really should have just like thrown down and made that very clear. Um, you know, but I didn't. I like her. I always say I judge someone based on how they treat me. So there's that. I don't know if I could handle another Bronwyn. It's spelled different. Lisa, she's Lisa's friend. By the way, Lisa just did an interview, and I don't know where or with who, so I apologize. And she said she's done. She's done. She's never, I mean, she brought Von Tessie on. Wasn't that her friend? Wasn't Monica technically her friend? But anyway, I think so. That's how we got her. She said she is never bringing another friend on the show ever. So I don't know if that means she has a big falling out with Bronwyn, but she says she's done. They always ask the girls, who do you know? I've always said this. I have always, 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 always said this, that if I were on the show, I would never, ever, ever in a million years bring a real friend of mine on the show. Period. The end. I just wouldn't do it. Imagine, like, I mean, it's not the same thing, but you look at like Laura and Margaret, 40 years. I mean, Laura wasn't on the show, but it was Housewives got in the middle. Like it ruins everything. I mean, Teresa, Melissa, and Joe, yes, they had problems before, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it would have been no matter what, they would have had problems. So I mean, they're exacerbated by the show is basically what I'm trying to say. So anyway, Lisa said she's never bringing a friend on. So is she going to have problems with Bronwyn later this season? We learned that Bronwyn loves fashion. She's wearing the heart coat. It is Valentino. I love fashion. She was just in Paris. Does she know Sutton? And by the way, I love that. By the way, Bronwyn reminds me of the other Von Teese, not reality. The other Von Teese that we had on our podcast, Dita. Anyone else think that Bronwyn, like, can you see similarities? She reminds me of Dita Von Teese. And I mean that as a great compliment. There's only 3 of these heart coats. She's let us know. One is Rihanna, one she owns, and one is in a museum. Well, okay, girl, way to show off. Look, I'm sure you owned it anyway. Obviously, you wore something to make a splash in your first scene. But again, when these women are hired, that's it. It is authentic in the sense that you are hired and then you film. There's no, here's what we're going to do. There's no this, there's no that. So I'm calling it on Bronwyn. She is Dorinda. She is Erica Jane. She is Dorit. She is somebody who right away I can say, you're going to last. Whether, people love you or hate you, there is something there. She's a great addition. I see why she got cast. A lot of people are slipping into DMs that they don't like her. But that's okay. If you don't like her, she's still gonna stay. This one, I'm telling you, is gonna stay. I mean, she has the coat. I think she's got some money. She was just in New York, I think at Stonewall. She's very in. She's already been fighting people online about someone said something like that's a man about her, and she basically was like, you say whatever you want about me, and she stuck up for the trans community. So I don't know. I think she's gonna be around for a while. That's my prediction. To me, she's like an Erica or a Dorinda. But so there's that. I do like that she came in with a coat and this and that. Trying too hard, yes, but I don't think it matters. She mentioned she has 6 dogs. I have serious fucking, I will forever have PTSD regarding dogs for the rest of my life. I mean, imagine trying to record a fucking podcast with 6 dogs barking. Well, guess what? I know what that's like. So she has 6 dogs, and now they show them. Ugh, girl, I don't care about your 6 fucking dogs. Sorry, I really don't. Not even a little bit. No one cares about your fucking dogs. But anyway, let's focus. So her husband is 65, she's 38. I need to see him a little more. The pictures, he didn't look so bad. I mean, he didn't look that bad, really. I mean, he didn't look great, but he didn't look so bad. I mean, it's all about John Barlow for me when it comes to these guys, right? And then I guess Seth would be second, and I guess Coach Shaw would be third. I don't really think, I'm trying to think. Whitney's husband, hard pass, Justin. Heather don't got nobody. This guy, anyone else? Angie's husband, he was on our podcast. Love Sean Trujillo. But no, I'm going to stick with John Barlow all day, every day. And Seth, you're a close second, buddy. I got my eye on you. And probably Coach Shaw third, right? I think that's where we are with this. So now, where do we go from here? Whitney brings a friend dressed in all pink. Melly also with an eye. I can't take this. She's the second friend of. I think Brittany made more of an impression, but there you go. Whitney has a friend because it seems like everyone's coming out against Whitney this season. There you go. Everyone is shocked. Lisa is shocked. She says she is shocked that Whitney has showed up. Shocked that she's there. Girl, do you know how an all cast event works? If Whitney was not there, she'd be in big fucking trouble. Like, you can get fired when you're on the call sheet and you don't show up. It's an all cast event, girl. We learned that Brittany was with an eye, was dating the nephew of Donnie and Marie, and that is royalty. We had Miss Marie on this very podcast. God, I wish Marie would just throw away her legendary career and do recaps here with me. By the way, do you know, let me just point out to everybody, we have had many options here for everyone's like, you should do recaps with this person and you should do recaps with that person. Actually, people from the franchises, trust me, I've thought of it. And it's not that we can't get them. It's that it's like, it's a lot of the business of it doesn't always work out that way, right? I mean,